Online, you can actually accelerate time in a way you can't offline. You've all had that experience opening a YouTube video and playing it at double speed. Well, the entire economy is growing at double speed online as well. This here is a slide on megatrends for the next 10 years. And you can see there's 5 big megatrends which are beyond just technology itself. Shifting economic power is what we were talking about already yesterday. And more importantly, how it's moving more to the east from the west is changing everything. Climate change, resource scarcity, you're seeing all of the top entrepreneurs in the world putting more and more effort towards how we create sustainability. Technological breakthroughs is about what breakthroughs are happening around AI, AR, the 4 techs we talked about yesterday, which was EdTech, Green Tech, MedTech, and FinTech. Demographics and social change, how much we are changing our habits, and also rapid urbanization, the way that we are seeing this in all countries as more and more people start connecting in different ways. And I'm going to just highlight a few videos that I recommend you watch after this summit is over. This one here I posted quite recently, the epic race to $1 trillion. We're going to have a trillionaire by 2025. That's pretty phenomenal, right? Because we only just got people going over 100 billion, and we're going to be getting to $1 trillion by 2025 as a result of this digital decade. I'm going to share just a few minutes of a video where there's 3 people involved. Elon Musk, obviously one of them, but also 2 other people. One of them I mentioned is Kathy. The other one I mentioned is Chamath. And we're going to see just what they are saying and the reason that they are saying it.
How likely could it be that Elon does hit $1 trillion first? Superstar investor Cathie Wood predicts Tesla's stock price will be between $1,500 and $4,000 a share by 2025. She just said, if ARK is correct, then by 2025, Elon Musk will be a trillionaire. Elon currently has 241 million shares of Tesla and will get 8 more CEO compensation bonuses, totaling another 12 million shares. At $4,000 per share, those 253 million shares will be worth $1.012 trillion. Billionaire VC Chamath Palihapitiya agrees with Cathie. Here's what he has to say.
The world's richest person should be somebody that's fixing and fighting climate change. I think the reality is that Tesla is a distributed energy business. There are trillions of dollars of bonds, of capex, of value sitting inside the energy generation infrastructure of the world that is going to go upside down. And when that goes pear-shaped, Tesla will double and triple again. And I think, I tweeted this a while ago that I thought the world's first trillionaire would be a person fighting climate change. It very well could be Elon, but if it's not him, it'll be somebody like him, but it'll be because of this. Delivering clean energy, allowing the world to be sustainable is an incredibly important thing that will be rewarded by markets and individuals.
Chamath is saying not only could Elon beat Jeff because he's harnessing a bigger disruption of a bigger market, but that he should be the first billionaire because he's making the world a better place.
So there's something really key about this. The likes of people like Elon Musk are digitizing things like the power system, right? Like with this ability for us to go decentralized and have virtual power stations, we're going to an entirely new world where in the past, if someone was going to be looking for less risk, well, then they will go for something that might have also less reward. If you wanted to go for something risky to get more reward, well, then you might go out and kind of gamble a bit on something which is brand new. We're in a whole different world now where the actual riskiest thing to do is to go with the old because it's so inevitable we're actually going to this new world because of what's happening with digitization. And this is the same in the medical field. It's the same in the education field because digitization allows you to scale and it also allows you to personalize. It allows you to go bigger and smaller at the same time. And whenever that's happened, like it has in music, when it has in communication or in media, then we've seen just this massive explosion that's happened. And now it's happening in the real world in all these different areas as well. So one of the most critical things about this is understanding that when your industry, when the things that you want to invest in, there are people out there already who are understanding this process and who are way ahead of it because of what they're learning. So I myself, the reason that I'm able to share all these things I'm sharing with you isn't because I came up with them myself. It's because I every day am following specific people and investing in those people as well and investing in the vision because I believe in it so much myself. And then I'm profiting from that because then that vision becomes true. And the more people that actually do that, the more likely that vision is going to become true as well. If people don't believe in Elon Musk, they wouldn't invest in his company. He wouldn't be able to raise money and the vision is dead. But if people believe in it enough, then they end up investing in him and then he can then actually achieve the things he's saying he wants to achieve. So we are like walking, talking, self-fulfilling prophecies where we actually have the ability to not just create that future, but then to buy into it as well. There's a fine line between visionary and delusional, right? And the only difference of visionary and delusional, because you can say, I'm going to go to Mars, but when does someone say that and they're delusional versus when they say that and they're visionary? It has everything to do with what is the level to which they can attract the resources, the trust, the talent to them for their vision. So if you have a big vision, but you don't have the ability to do that yet, then you could be delusional. But if you get around other people who have the same vision as you, and they're actually attracting all those things, suddenly what you were saying that people around you thought was delusional becomes very visionary. So how you connect with others becomes absolutely critical to all of this as well. Let me just share from here a couple of links. Chamath Palihapitiya, who I've mentioned a few times, this is his company. It's called Social Capital. I follow all these people. So here's Chamath. He posts all the time on Twitter. If you were on Twitter before and you're not using it so much, use it not as a broadcaster, use it as a receiver. Like use it as your radio station or as your TV station. Like what are you looking at every single day? So every day I start my day with Twitter. And I'm not looking at all of Twitter. I'm looking specifically at the people that I'm most interested in. So Chamath here, you can see here, CEO of Social Capital, chairman of Virgin Galactic. You can see as you go down here, all the things he's been posting. You can see here, Twitter already knows, because you're following Chamath, you should follow Kathy as well, who I also follow. She's always posting all the time. So these are leading learners who are always leading the very, very latest things that are taking place. And what you'll see as you actually look here is that the likes of even Elon Musk, you can be following and seeing what's the latest things that he has been posting. And he's posting on a regular basis in real time. So gone are the days where you actually have to do things on your own. You've got the top people in the world who are actually sharing the key things that they're doing. And I will always synthesize the best that I'm seeing out there and then see where I want to go based on my own interests, but I don't have to second guess. So the digital decade is about the fact we are moving to this totally new world where in order for us to allow the digitization to happen, we can't be competing with robots. And so the best thing to do is not trying to compete with them, is trying to do the opposite, which is not being a better robot, which is what we tend to learn at school, which is how to memorize, how to calculate. It's like, no, don't try and be a better robot, right? Be a robot's friend. We should be trying to be a better human, right? So how do we actually become a better human, which is actually spend more time with humans, right? Spend more time understanding what actually helps humanity. What is that we can actually do that can make that difference? These are some of the slides from Kathy. Virtual reality could approach reality by 2030. We've got the revenue from virtual worlds approaching 400 billion. There's no question that the digital layer will overtake the current two-dimensional layer that we currently get with web pages and even with videos. The whole thing is going to end up turning into 3D, augmented reality, virtual reality, and it's all going to happen within the next couple of years, not by 2030, but by 2025. And so understanding this and knowing how quickly things are changing, super important, and knowing how this actually links also to the rise of the robots, which is trend number 7.